Okay, so this is our final session together. We're doing a little night session, which is so fun and cool. So this session we are going to kind of put a cap on everything that we've learned, review a couple things, play a game in the beginning, and have a little bit of fun, and then we're all done for the semester, which is pretty cool. We made a lot of progress, so
Remember this.
we're pretty confident with your abilities moving forward. All right. So what we're gonna do first, move your stuff, okay, is we're gonna play a, if I can grab it, phonics challenge game. So there's a bunch of different words in here.
What is he doing?
There's a bunch of different words here. There are some vowel team words like OA words, EE words, EA words, IE words, and there's also just some longer words. Okay, multisyllabic words, more than one syllable. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pick a card, and both of us are going to write a sentence using the word and see whose sentence makes the most sense. So that's our plan. All right. Just remember, at the start of our sessions, these words were really tricky for you. Now I think you've got it. So this game's going to help me see how many of these words you know by heart now. Ready?
Yeah.
And I guess we're going to make a sentence.
Forgotten.
I got one.
Okay.
What'd you say?
I forgot my purse! In a crazy way.
I said, how many times have you forgotten to do your homework?
0. Twice.
All right.
0. Twice.
Next one. What's that say?
Let. Right then. Rope in. Read then.
Figure it out. Take your time.
Reopen.
Mm-hmm.
Reopen?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, reopen.
Mm-hmm. My mind's drawing a blank here.
Okay. Okay.
What'd you write?
I gotta reopen the pickles.
I said, can you reopen the fridge? I got too much stuff in my hands.
Can you open the fridge? I've got too much stuff in my hands. You just made a rap.
Okay. Boop.
Oh. Preview. What does that mean?
What do you think?
I previewed this with the teacher.
Mm-hmm. Like you saw something before you did it. I can't wait to watch the preview for the next season of K-Pop Demon Hunters.
I was gonna put that. You stole my idea.
I sure did. All right. What's outside?
Space basement.
Mm-hmm. I got one.
Me too.
Okay. Which right?
Now I have to put the killer in the basement.
Well, that's very Edgar Allan Poe of you. What?
Now
very-
I have to put the killer in the basement.
Very Halloween themed. Hmm.
Because, ooh.
What?
Mm,
What's that say?
picnic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Whoa.
I can't look.
I'm gonna work on getting a shot.
Okay. Roommate and Gino had a picnic
Where?
at the park.
Good spelling this session. Notice that.
Filed.
Nope.
What?
What?
Filled.
What?
What?
Wait, what did you say?
Filed.
No.
Filled.
Nope.
Field.
Yes. You're silly this time.
Okay.
I got one.
Wait. I got one too.
Logging into this Chromebook takes a long time. That's why I'm doing it now. What are you writing?
Batman.
Sprinted across the field. You're all I can think of every time I drink of.
Soda pop. Soda pop.
I'm making the national K-pop Demon Hunter themed
Go ahead.
first. Okay. The way you just.
You're silly today.
The way you just keep looking back.
Okay, that's there. What else do we need to open? Nice. Okay, that's for now. Sweet. Cool. What'd you write?
How It's Done is the first song in K-pop Demon Hunters.
Really?
Yeah.
for it when they get on the plane.
How it's done, done, done.
Okay.
This is not working. Good.
Yeah, I know. Our first graders say the same thing. Okay. Now with all the words that we did, I want you to take a pen. And I want you to write how many syllables are in the words.
These two are hard.
Mm-hmm. Guess what? You did them all right. And this is something you had a major struggle with in the beginning. And you did it. Really awesome. That's amazing. I love to see that. Okay, back to it.
Okay, back to it. What are those words there?
We did those.
Are you going to be saying that the whole time?
I've been singing it all day long. My students have been telling me to stop, and I say I can't control it.
My little soda pop, gotta drink every time. Did you know there's a puppy and kitty one?
There's a puppy and kitty what?
Soda pop.
What's that say?
Rain. Wait, rain. They don't love me like I love you. Instead of wait, I said rain.
What's a sentence we can make for that one? You could tell me, you don't have to write this one.
I like to play in the rain.
Okay.
Mary Poppins style. Do, do, do,
What's it?
do, do. Can't do this. Do, do.
That's not Mary Poppins.
I know. That's why I said it.
Oh my gosh. What's the next one?
Paint.
Sentence.
I like to paint. Ow. Paper deep.
Next one.
Somewhere over the rainbow. It's somewhere over the rainbow. The morning sweetness is kicking in.
Whoa.
Very 90s style.
I don't know what that was. The 90s.
Slip through.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, I hate that
To
singer.
go through the tulips is so scary to hear in the middle of the night. What does that say?
I'm in the corner crying.
All right. Actually, write sentences for this one.
Okay. Okay. And Amanda is the best teacher.
Don't forget it. I am very fun. My kids had a sub yesterday in their classroom, and they were like, Mrs. Valcorso, we couldn't wait for you to be back. I said, I know. Who else is going to sing K-pop Demon Hunters with you? Not your substitute. Okay. Now what I want you to do is, I want you to, here's an example. The vowel team here is EE. I want you to write all of the EE words you can think of. Some of those are EA words. Mm-hmm.
This one.
How it's done. I also showed, I think you'd get a kick out of this. One of our vocab words today was Chihuahua, so I had to show them this. And
Oh my god. I'm getting ready to laugh.
this. And my favorite.
Oh my god. It's gonna be
This.
weird.
And this.
Billie Eilish. That's what it looks like it's saying. Billie Eilish.
Billie Eilish?
Uh-huh. There's this book on Epic about dead cats.
That's terrifying.
Hello? Can I give her a frat?
No, because she won't leave you alone. Speech, you need to add another word to this. What if I switch you to
Peel.
good?
Leo.
I mean, P works.
I mean, P works.
Okay, erase some. Let's think about another vowel team we learned. What about
Leech.
What about AI words?
Ugh.
AI words. Try to give you an example. You're like a thing. Why can't I find this? AI. Like rain.
Oh, AI?
Yeah. Those markers are really hard to erase.
10.
Mm-hmm. Choo-choo.
Lane.
Choo-choo.
Oh. Train.
Mm-hmm. That's a big one.
Frame. Lane. Lair.
Lair's a really good one.
Terror.
Bearer? Terror?
Terror.
Terror spelled differently. ERROR. TERROR.
What?
Terror. Yeah, terror is different. Frame is different too.
Taylor. Someone's name.
OR.
Yeah, but someone's name could be spelled differently.
You know what? That is true. People definitely name their kids some crazy stuff.
Like garbage.
Like apple.
Who names their kid Apple?
Famous people.
Applesauce. Paint. I'm looking around.
Good.
Okay. That's all I can think of. You're all I can think of. Every cup. Okay. Rain. Oh, wait. I already have Blair.
Use the eraser. Little goofball.
I got rain, lair, tame, paint, lane,
Lame. That's spelled differently.
train, fair, frame, Taylor, rain, pear.
Okay. Happy with it. I'm happy with how well you've been decoding words in our sessions, and I really think that a big thing is breaking out the words, the multisyllabic words, the words that have more than one syllable in them, and being able to tap them out really helps decoding. You've been doing a really good job with that. And we're done with this section. On to the next. Just clean this up. I love it. Can't stop, won't stop. Okay. We are going to reread one of our favorite stories from our earlier sessions. This one was the one that we read the best. I was looking back in our notes, I was looking back at our sessions, and this one is kind of a little spooky, but this is the one that we both kind of got through the quickest and was the least terrible for you to read. Okay? So again, we're going to do this one last time. Last time ever. So make it count. We're going to read it. And I'm going to record it. And we're going to listen to it. And you're going to give yourself your checklist. And then we are going to be done. We'll never have to read it again. Okay? I want you to read the whole entire thing out loud. We already read this like 3 times. So we should know it.
It's not a cold read.
This is your cold. I mean, it kind of, you're right. It's not a cold read because we did read it before. So you should know this one.
It all started when Mom and I went into the
Read it normal. Read it normal.
shop.
What?
Antique shop on the other side of town. Mom was looking for some new silverware for the kitchen, and I wandered off into a dusty back corner of the shop to see if they had any interesting books. That was when I found the jewelry box. It was the most beautiful jewelry box I had ever seen. It was made of smooth wood and leaves etched into it. When you opened the lid, it played a lovely song, and a little maiden dressed in white spun around on a spring. I never asked for much, but I can't help but take the jewelry box to Mom and ask her if I can have it for an early birthday present. Mom was delighted that I was finally taking an interest in the old things that I usually found boring. So she bought it and it for me in a heartbeat. What we didn't know was that the jewelry box was cursed. On Monday afternoon, we bought the jewelry box. Everything went wrong. First, my alarm didn't go off, so I was late getting ready for school. Then the bus was early, so I missed it.
Poor kid.
Then a bird swooped at me when I was eating my lunch and stole my sandwich. Ooh. Love my sandwiches.
What kind? Every day? That's what my kids eat. An Uncrustable? Like a homemade?
I make it. It's terrible. It looks terrible, but it tastes so good.
I made Miley a Nutella sandwich today. Still look at it. Gotta be her jelly.
On my way home from school, I dropped my school bag in a puddle and ruined all of the beautiful painting I'd done in art class. I thought that I might just be having a bad day. But then more trouble. Wait, what? What does that say?
Point to it. Terrible.
But then more terrible things happened on Tuesday, like falling and skinning my knee playing softball. I used to play softball. Wednesday was a bad day too, which ended with me breaking a shelf in the kitchen cupboard and smashing all of Mom's special plates. Anna! Mom shouted. What has gotten into you lately? You're being so clumsy.
She sounds like it. But we read the story. Do you remember what happens?
No.
You don't remember?
Yeah.
What happens?
She finds out that the jewelry box was cursed, so she took the spring out.
Okay, keep going.
You can spend the rest of your night in your room. I headed up to my room, feeling sorry for myself. As soon as I saw the jewelry box, I realized that everything had gone wrong since I had bought it. I opened up the box and started at the beautiful maiden as she spun around and around in front of the little mirror. I noticed that she wasn't exactly actually that beautiful at all. In fact, she had a terrible
Frown.
She had a terrible frown on her face that made her look almost ugly. Isn't this all your fault? I asked, feeling like an idiot for talking to a jewelry box.
That's crazy.
Just then, something happened that I could barely believe. A tear appeared on the little maiden's cheek, right before my very eyes. I slammed the lid of the jewelry box shut and slid it under my bed, deep into the shadows. However, what?
Spit it out. That's funny.
However, that didn't help. The next day was just as bad as the others, and I ended up bringing home.
All right. Oh my God. Oh, jeez. Attacked me.
Dentition.
What? Detention. Do you guys get detention at school?
No.
Do other kids?
Well, we do get detention.
But you've never gotten detention?
No.
Okay.
Oh, did you hear that?
Yeah.
Jackson almost got detention. And an IEP.
Okay. Keep going. Detention.
Detention.
Stop rubbing your pimple. It's going to make it worse. Detention.
Detention slip after and then
I'll make you reread the whole thing if you don't do it.
accidentally.
Okay.
Breaking a window at school.
That's crazy, only to get detention for that.
What? It was this. I can't talk.
It's wild. Oh, it's done. Done.
I don't talk. You came at a bad time, but you just crossed the line.
All right, let's go.
Can you read the rest?
Nope. It's our last session. I need you to do it.
Seriously. Exclaimed Mom. What was it? Where was it?
I don't know.
It was exclaimed Mom. Oh, right here. What has gotten into you? I had no choice but to up front.
What? Where are you?
Right here.
No choice but to be up front.
I had no choice but to be up front. It's the jewelry box, Mom. I think it's cursed. I said, please, Mom. I pleaded.
Good.
We should take it back to the shop. They don't accept refunds, so that's not an option. You'll just have to clean up your attic.
What?
What?
Act. Clean up your act.
You're just gonna have to clean up your act.
Yeah.
She responded. I charged upstairs and pulled the jewelry box out from under my bed. When I opened the lid, I noticed that now there wasn't just one teardrop. There were two teardrops on the maiden's face.
Ooh, the thing's haunted.
What?
It's haunted.
Yeah, no duh. Why are you so sad? I asked. Why are you so sad? I asked.
Keep going.
Where'd I go?
Why are you so sad? I asked. The dogs are going crazy.
I forget where I was. Why are you so sad? Oh. I almost expected the maiden to reply, but she didn't. She just continued doing her dance around and around and around.
Whoa. Terrifying.
Ugh. Then I realized it wouldn't. I'd be miserable. 2. If I were stuck inside a jewelry box, doomed to spin around forever. It was a long shot, but maybe if I rescued the maiden, the curse wouldn't be lifted. After Mom had gone to sleep, I snuck into her toolbox and found a pair of metal
Whoa, gosh.
metal pliers. Using the pliers, I I carefully removed the spring that the maiden sat on from the jewelry box. Then I sat her on my windowsill,
Okay.
and left the window open. I might be going obviously crazy, I whispered, but if it's freedom you want, then it's freedom you'll have. Wait, okay. I had a peaceful.
What?
What? Peaceful.
Peaceful.
Oh. I had a peaceful sleep that night. Uninterrupted by the bad dreams I've been having lately.
Okay.
When I woke up to a new world. when I woke up, I wasn't surprised to find that the maiden was gone from my windowsill. I spent the next day waiting and worrying that my bad luck would return. But I'd break something else, fall in other puddle, or hurt myself again. I had it to an end of the day without anything going wrong. And for the first time in a while, Mom had nothing to scold me about at dinner. When I went upstairs, I opened the jewelry box again, unsure what I might find. There was still an empty space where the maiden had once spawned, but there was now a strange looking crack in the mirror that hadn't been there before. When I looked at the crack more closely, I realized that I spelled out a single phrase. Thank you.
The end.
Finally.
Okay.
Ugh.
How do you think you did?
Good.
I think you did really good. I think there's no way you could have read this entire thing at the beginning of all of our sessions. There's no way on earth you would have been able to read this whole thing. You would have been like, oh, it's so terrible. I don't want to. And not done it. But guess what? You did it, and you did really good. Amazing. I'm impressed with you every time I meet with you. Let's listen to some of your little jibber jabber. Here's your beginning.
Spun around on a spring. I never asked for much, but I can't help but take the jewelry box to Mom and ask her if I can have it for an early birthday present. Mom
How good you are.
Interest in the old things that I usually found boring.
Normal reading, right? You wouldn't be like, oh, I can't read this here. Let's oh, here.
To an end.
Oh.
Nothing to scold me about at dinner. When I went upstairs, I opened the jewelry box again, unsure what I might find. There was still an empty space
Normal
where
reading.
the maiden had once spot. But
Gabby, you're doing really awesome. Your fluency is a lot better than it was. That's your accuracy, rate, expression, punctuation, all these things that you just graded yourself on. This was a really big topic of interest for us to work on because there were issues there. And now there's really no issues there. You read very normal and on grade level at this point. So I'm really excited about that. I'm really happy about that.
Hey, Aunt Amanda.
Yes.
You want to know what I can do in jeans?
No. Don't do no weird flip backward demon thing.
Okay.
In jeans? You're gonna rip your pants. That's wild.
Because I know how to do it.
Because I know how, okay? I just know it.
I just know.
Okay. So our next section is actually going to be a little bit more fun. We're in on our comprehension section. So today we're going to look at how Room on the Broom changes from book to movie. Have you ever read this book before? Yes, no, maybe? Yes? You remember this from when you were a little younger? No? Recently? Last year? Room on the Broom is an amazing one. Have you ever watched the movie? Don't remember.
I think we didn't do the book in class. We did the movie.
Well, Room on the Broom is a classic. We are going to fill these out. But I want to know.
Easy book.
It is an easy book. Maybe we should start by reading it. We can go every other page. Of course, I have 1,000,000 copies because this is my favorite author. Julia Donaldson is the author of this book. She is my favorite. Axel Scheffler is the one that drew all these pictures. He's the illustrator, but she's British, so some of the words might sound a little funny, or some of the spelling. Yeah, some of the spelling might be a little bit different. That's because this is written in British English, and sometimes it changes the way that words look or sound a little bit from American English. It's a little different. Do you want to read every other page? I start, you start, and then we just go every other page? What do you want to do?
Yeah.
Do you want me to start?
I'll start.
Okay.
The witch had a cat.
Read regular. A little goof.
The witch had a hat. And the witch had a cat and a hat that was black, a long ginger hair, and
Sophie.
braid down the back. How the cat purred and
not attention. She got it. All right. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as I sat on the broomstick and flew through the wind.
Oh, but how the witch wailed and how the cat when the wind blew so wildly, it blew off the hat.
I'll read this whole thing. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found. Then out of the bushes, on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with the hat in his jaws. He dropped it politely, then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head, I am a dog as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me? Yes, cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone.
Over the fields and over the forest they flew. The dog wagged his tail, and the storm wind blew. The witch laughed. The witch laughed loud.
Go away now. Go away now. Go away now.
And held on to her hat. But away blew the bow from her brain just like that.
Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found. Then out from a tree, with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with a bow in her beak. She dropped it politely and bent her head low, and then said, as the witch tied her braid with the bow, I am a bird as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me? Yes, cried the witch, so the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone.
Over the reeds, over the river, they flew. The bird shrieked with glee, and the stormy wind blew the shot through the sky. The black of beyond the witch clutched her bow, but let go of her wand. Down, cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found.
Then all of a sudden, from out of a pond, leaped a dripping wet frog with a dripping wet wand. He dropped it politely and then said with a croak, as the witch dried the wand on a fold of her cloak, I am a frog as clean as can be. Is there room on the broom for a frog like me? Yes, said the witch, so the frog bounded on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh, they were gone. Over the moors and the mountains they flew. The frog jumped for joy, and
the broomstick snapped in two. Down fell the cat, down fell the dog, down and the frog. Down they went tumbling into a bog.